back to the Chatty Reed Show. So I'm so excited. Tonight is the premiere of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Anybody who knows me knows that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is my favorite franchise. I love everybody on this show. Even the characters that are most hated. It's just so entertaining. I love it. I'm so excited that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is back. So y'all will be getting a review all season long on every episode, so we'll be able to enjoy this season together. Without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. Season 7, Episode 1 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Let the Games Begin. First of all, I was hyped because they got a new little intro and everything, and it's like, it looked like back in the day, you seen all the promo videos where they were doing like casinos, like in the casino playing cards and gambling and all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. We got introduced to Mimi's girlfriend, Ty. She plays for the WNBA. Spice, she's now officially on there. She's the dance hall queen from Jamaica. Tokyo Vanity, who I love from New Orleans. Go best friend, that's my best friend. You better. She gonna be on there. She wasn't introduced in this first episode, but she's gonna be on there. So I'm super excited because I love her and I love Super and I love New Orleans. So I'm excited to see her. We got introduced to Sean Garrett. He's a producer. He had a couple songs that I'm familiar with. I think he produced a song for Nicki back in the day. I think he produced that We Got Thumbs Over Here Bigger Than My Stuff. Blah, blah. I think that was Sean Garrett's song he did for Nicki. BK Raymond, some shit. He was introduced. I think he's going to be the one that Sierra's dating this season. But yeah. So we got introduced to a couple new things, but I'm going to jump straight into the review. So it started off with them at Spice's show performing, and Rashida kicked the show off. Basically starting off with how life has changed for her, with Kirk being out the house, and this and that, and her and Kirk, and blah, 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 blah. Basically all that drama that popped off last season with the baby and him cheating and a paternity test, and them not sure if they're going to divorce and them separating. She went into details about all of that. But then if camera pans around the room and you got Mimi there, you got Dom there, Carly's there, the girl Ty is there. So everybody, all the girls that are cool are basically there. And so as a clip they go over, Spice announced that she moving to Atlanta, which, you know, now she's a part of the show. We know how that whole thing go. Oh, I'm moving to Atlanta. Oh, I'm a part of the show. Okay, ooh. That whole thing happened. So then Carly messy ass goes, Mimi, you heard from Jocelyn? And I already said this before, and my cousin Yolanda was like, no, I don't think so. And I said, this is going to be a Jocelyn bashing season. They're going to get their rocks off for Jocelyn. So they go, oh, no, Mimi said, I haven't talked to her. She's still talking shit on the internet, and let the no name crawl back under a rock where she came. Talking shit. And I'm just like, not here for it. Keep the same energy while the girl was there. Keep that same energy. Jocelyn kept her foot on all their necks, and they couldn't fucking take her. But Mimi, just worry about your girl. So they all basically just kiki getting caught up, talking about Dom getting married, etc., etc. So next thing you know, it jumps to this clip with Kirk waking up in the bed, and he's going with this side story about how he's in separate house and he missed his wife and he hope things can get better. He ready to move back home, this and that. He can't believe he's waking up alone. Nigga, how did you think you was gonna wake up? You cheated on her and had a baby on her. I can't find it in my thoughts to even think that I would stay with you for some shit like that. So you like trying to put this sob story on for us. Don't nobody give a fuck about that, Kirk. I was not bothered by it. Every time Kirk came on, I was just like blank stare, because it's just like, Kirk, you don't get no sympathy from us with that bullshit. You really don't. So next we get this dramatic ass scene with Erica Mena. I'm a fan of Erica, but I'm one of those bitches that say keep that same energy, and once you put some shit out into the air, don't backtrack on it. Stay that bitch that you was when you said what you said. Don't backtrack on it. And Erica Mena sat up there and said how the show is trash and the cast is trash and she's above them. She would never go back to Love and Hip Hop. She was happy she was done with the season and she's a queen and she's this and she's that. And she brought that ass right back down to Humbleville. And now she's right back in the same place she said she was not going to go back to. So Jazzy Faye meets her at the jet that VH1 sponsored for her, and they're talking. She's asking him, can he take her on and be her producer or whoever? And he's like, oh, you got to go to vocal lessons. I need to see you prove it. So next after that, we get the guys. So it's Stevie J, Kirk, Sean Garrett, BK Brosco, that's his name, and Jock. They're on this little boat thing in the back of Jock's house, and they're all chilling, talking. Once again, Jocelyn comes up, and Stevie saying how they not in love with each other, but he love his daughter, and she still ain't changed, etc., etc. They asking Kurt, like, what's up with you? And Rashida, I have to ask. Kurt admits to them first that, yes, the baby's mine. So they like, oh, she should have been the first person you told, not us, etc., etc. Then, they start talking about Tommy and who's dating her and what happened, that shit that happened last season when Jock was dealing with her about how crazy she is and if somebody can tame her because Sean Garrett is supposed to be working with her and all that bullshit. So next we get Tommy. We finally get to see Tommy and all her family. We got to see her brother, her sister, her mom. We got to see her daughters. And she's basically like getting ready. Her daughter's coming in like, Mom, I want to do a report on the pig. They got this little pet pig that she said, oh, excuse me, y'all. I don't know why I'm yawning because I was off today. Ooh, anyway, but yeah. So she said, they snuck the pig in through the airport. They snuck it in and all this bullshit. So her daughter got to write a report about the pig. And then it goes into like her mom saying, I think you and your sister Versace should make up. She should be here with all of us. And Tommy's looking like, fuck, I'm not here for making up with her. So after that, you get Estelita and Stevie. Estelita's having this show where she's performing. It was trash. It was terrible. The sound was terrible. Her hair was terrible. The bodysuit was terrible. Her voice was terrible. Her dancing was terrible. It was terrible. She's not an artist. Like, Estelita, it was terrible. So they're sitting there talking after her little fake performance, and Stevie's telling her, like, you're supposed to be the queen of Danger Zone, and if you doing performances like this, I need to go back and rethink your title and all this other bullshit. So after that, it jumps straight to a scene where Erica Mena is meeting with Stevie J about possible being signed to his label. Not a definite, but possibly. Come to find out, she knows Estelita. They used to hang out. She modeled for Erica Mena when she had a clothing line. Some shit went down. I didn't understand. Did she say Carly? Or did she say Cardi B? Or who? Somebody put it down in the comments of who did she say she knew? Or what did she know? Because I didn't understand what she said. But somebody they had as a mutual friend, Erica fell out with them. To come to find out, Estelita start back hanging with them. High school shit. How about that? It was a high school situation, and they stopped talking. So basically, their common denominator in Atlanta is Stevie, and basically Erica Mena's on some shit like, I'm coming here to do music, but y'all not gonna fuck over me because Rich fucked me over, New York fucked me over, LA fucked me over, everybody fucked me over, and I'm not coming here to be fucked over. So Stevie J, I see right through you. You need to let Estelita know that I'm coming, etc., etc., and it was that whole thing. So next, You get Mimi, Estelita, and Spice. They hanging out in a little dance studio dancing. She teaching them how to twerk and pop their butt. They laughing, joking, having a good time. Next thing you know, Carly Red pops up, and she still has this thing with her and Estelita. They're going back and forth from some shit that happened last season. Carly said whatever it was she had to say, and then they shook hands, hugged it out, and was like, all right, girl, we cool, boom. That happened. So next thing you know, you get a scene with Kirk and Rashida. Kirk sitting outside waiting on the step for Rashida. Rashida walks up to the house and walks right past his eye. Ain't say, hey, babe, or nothing. Ain't hug him or nothing. Her ass trucked it straight past him. He got up, went in the house, tried the whole conversation about him moving back in. And Rashida was like, we got a lot of work to do, basically. So finally, he broke down and was like, look, I took the test. The baby's mine. So Rashida was like, okay, and you really not moving in by now. And you got to explain it to the kids. You got to figure this the fuck out. You figure it out. The ball is in your court. I don't want no parts in this. So right after that, Stevie and Estelita in the studio. Erica Mena comes in and interrupts the session. And Estelita gets upset. She's attacking Erica. She's attacking Stevie. They're trying to tell her what the intent was. Ooh, y'all, excuse me. They trying to tell her. She trying to tell them what the intent was. And Estelita not trying to hear it. She gets up. She storms out. That was a whole shitty mess. And then next thing you know, we jump to a scene where Tommy, we finally get introduced to her sister Versace. It was a situation that took place where Tommy went to her job and they start fighting. Her sister didn't call the cops, so we finally got the story. Her sister didn't call the cops. The sister's job called the cops, and they asked her, what do you want to do? And she said, I don't want to press charges. But the job still decided to press charges. That's what I got from the conversation from tonight's episode. And Tommy jumped all off the loop, throwing drinks at her, cussing her out, and snapping on her. And I'm just like, yo, like, Tommy, you supposed to have a change. Where's this change that I keep hearing you talk about? From based off what I'm hearing, your sister wasn't wrong. I don't feel like she was wrong. Number one, you went to her job. Bitch, you come to my job, I'm going to fuck you up. That's number one. Number two, they asked her, did she want to press charges? She said no. Number three, even though she said no, the store, the job, wherever she worked, they still pressed charges because you went up in those people's place acting a fucking clown fool. So, Tommy, where do you get off acting the way you act? I'm confused. I'm really confused. But, you know, whatever. I just want to see this change that Tommy keeps saying that she made. She's saying she don't drink like she used to drink and all this other stuff. And I've been looking for her drink too, LaDon, because I want it. But she did mention on this episode that it's some clearances and stuff that she has to go through before the drink can actually come out. And I can imagine that something like that to go worldwide probably would take a long time to be produced. But last but not least, we get Jasmine. She goes on this whole thing about, oh, I've been the most hated to the world and looking like a home wrecker and a baby mama and all this other bullshit. She walks up in press. That's what I talk about. Press looks so big on the camera. Even before, like when I watched it, I was like, oh, Rashida got a big store. But press is probably the size of my living room. And that's no shade, not even, you know, trying to talk about it. But press is not like this huge store, but on reality TV, like when they shoot from certain angles and make the short store looks bigger than what it is, but it's really not that big. You're literally, you spin around in a circle and you touch every wall in the store. But my experience was good. Rashida wasn't there or her mom wasn't there when I went, but Kirk's daughter was there and she was real down to earth. She was cool. She talked to us and stuff and asked us did we need any help with anything, and her and my mom talked, but my mom had been in the store and shopped there prior. This is when my mom lived in Atlanta, and me and my husband went to visit. So my mom had already met Rashida, met her mom, met the daughter, so she was already like familiar with that. But yeah, all in all, great episode. Follow me on Instagram at Chatty Reese. Make sure y'all subscribe to this. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, have a good night, y'all. Peace.